Welcome to my channel. My name is Freya. Enjoy listening. The Shadow of Hollow Creek. In a small, secluded town called Hollow Creek, tales of eerie happenings and mysterious disappearances had been whispered for generations. At the heart of these stories was an old, abandoned mansion that stood on the outskirts of the town, shrouded in darkness and secrets. Emily, a curious and adventurous young woman, had always been fascinated by these stories. Determined to uncover the truth, she decided to explore the mansion one foggy evening. She armed herself with a flashlight, a camera, and a notebook to document her findings. As she approached the mansion, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence enveloped her. The mansion loomed ahead, its windows dark and lifeless, and its walls covered in ivy. The front door creaked ominously as she pushed it open and stepped inside. The interior was even more chilling. Dust covered every surface, and cobwebs draped the corners. The smell of decay hung in the air. Emily began to explore, her flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. She took photographs and made notes, but found nothing out of the ordinary. As she ventured deeper into the mansion, she heard faint whispers echoing through the halls. Her heartbeat quickened, but she pressed on, determined to uncover the source. The whispers grew louder, leading her to a door at the end of a long corridor. She hesitated for a moment before opening the door. Inside, she found a dimly lit room filled with old furniture and faded portraits. In the center of the room stood a large, ornate mirror. As Emily approached the mirror, she noticed something strange. Her reflection was missing. Suddenly, the temperature in the room dropped, and a chilling presence filled the air. Emily's breath turned to visible puffs of vapor as she stepped back in fear. From the depths of the mirror, a shadowy figure began to emerge. It had no discernible features, just a dark, shapeless form that seemed to absorb the light around it. The figure moved towards Emily, and she felt an overwhelming sense of dread. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her feet were rooted to the spot, unable to move. The shadow reached out, its cold, formless hand touching her arm. In an instant, memories of the mansion's dark past flooded Emily's mind. She saw visions of the previous inhabitants, their lives filled with sorrow and despair. She witnessed the tragic events that had led to their demise, a series of unexplained deaths and disappearances, all linked to the cursed mirror. Emily realized that the shadow was the collective spirit of those who had perished in the mansion, trapped within the mirror for eternity. They sought revenge on anyone who dared to disturb their resting place. With a surge of adrenaline, Emily broke free from the shadow's grip and stumbled out of the room. She ran through the mansion, her flashlight flickering as the whispers followed her. She could feel the shadow's presence behind her, closing in. Reaching the front door, she threw it open and burst outside. The fog had thickened, and the mansion's dark silhouette loomed behind her. Emily didn't stop running until she reached the safety of her car. She drove away, vowing never to return. In the days that followed, Emily tried to warn the townspeople about the mansion and the cursed mirror. Some believed her, but most dismissed her story as the result of an overactive imagination. However, Emily knew the truth. The shadow of Hollow Creek would continue to haunt the mansion, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim.